Okay, because I'm not taking this all upstairs because it's stored down here. This is the fabric. It's like a lightweight canvas because it's not very thick, but this is the fabric that I'm using for the skirt. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it while I'm down here so I don't have to bring this whole thing upstairs, okay? Okay, so for the white skirt, which of course, like I told you, I'm using this. I'm gonna use this pattern, and then I'm just gonna make a hem and do the drawstring at the bottom. This is a super, you can see the number, Vogue 1893. This is a super easy one. Literally, it's front and back cut on the fold. There's really big pleats, like really big pleats, which is good to give that, it's gonna give that volume that we need. So it's really just front and back on the fold, pleat it up, put the waistband on, put a zipper in, and put the drawstring in, for real. So I have cut, hold on, let me get all this out of the way. So I've cut slits where the pleats are, and then of course there's arrows of where you need which way you need to fold it. But I'm gonna put front and back together first and then do the pleats. So this is the front. Years ago I made a denim, like a black denim version. And it dips down in the back. That should be okay. Let me see if that's gonna be an issue. No, because it shouldn't be an issue. It does dip down in the back a little bit, but that should not be an issue. So yeah, I'm just gonna put side seams together and then do my pleats. All right, we're gonna sew the side seams up. Tell me why I forgot to put the zipper in. And I done serged it up and everything. So I need to, oh my God, annoying. So I need to knock this out from,
I do think that there
okay, that was annoying. Got the zipper in, and I'm putting these big old pleats in here. I love big pleats in a skirt because it just gives so much volume, and I feel like that's going to give a really good bell shape that we're going for. There's so many different ways you can do this skirt. I just felt like this was the easiest way, so hopefully it turns out the shape that I was looking for. I don't know if I'm gonna leave the bottom back part lower, because it's like a high-low type of skirt, and I'm not sure if that's gonna look good with the drawstring, but we're gonna try it out, and then we'll just go from there. If I want to cut it straight across, then I will after that, you know.
today I stood my ground.
I didn't really care about the zipper because, to be honest, I wasn't gonna buy another zipper. So I just put this zipper in there. I still gotta put the waistband on. Here's what it's looking like before I put the waistband on and before I cinch the bottom in. So even though it drops down in the bottom, I still think it's gonna give that effect. So before I put the waistband on, I don't know, I'm just kind of getting anxious. I want to see what it's gonna look like at the bottom. So I think I'm gonna do, yeah, just a 1-inch fold all the way around. Okay, so I'm gonna do this all the way around. Okay, so I have this cording. Since it's pretty big, like I said, I want that bow to cover up how big these holes are. But actually, look, they're not gonna look that big. Cause see, me putting it in there, it doesn't even look that big. So, I'm just gonna unravel a bunch of it and start pushing it through. And then I'll scrunch it and then I'll decide. Okay, I have several of these things lying around. But I'm just gonna push this through. All right, so I'm gonna put it on real quick. I might do a little bunching right here. Let me do a tiny bit. Do a little bunching right here while we're at the table. That way I can gauge what I'm gonna take off. Okay. Okay. I like this thicker. I definitely like this thicker, so I think I want it this long. I think I want, let's see, because I want it to be able to hang. Okay, trying to get it a little bit even all over. Okay, now let me try it on real quick and before I cut this. Okay, so here it is. I really like, sorry, I'm trying to stand on my tippy toes so y'all could see. I really wish I could make a belt bag. Okay, so I took the gray waistband off because, like I said, because I just didn't like how skinny it was. I just thought it would look better a little wider. So pattern calls for it to be cut one this width, and then of course folding it in half. So what I'm gonna do is cut two this width. Actually, I'm not even gonna cut two. I'm just gonna I'm gonna fold it in half this way, long ways, and I'm gonna cut one. So I took that light red zipper out. Let me do the waistband first, and then I'll make a decision on how I want to do the zipper. But I am gonna switch the zipper out to this one because I found it. So I'm just gonna fold it and cut it on the fold. It's the easiest way to do it. Alright, so I can interface this piece. I like this waistband way better. So I have a super short torso, so this is going all the way up. It's just literally because I have such a short torso. But I actually do like the band because I love being able to wear this belt like right in the middle. Here we go. Now I'm gonna scrunch it up and show you how I would wear it. So this is the cream I'm gonna use for the top part of the skirt, and this is the bottom I'm gonna use. I feel like that color, that block is gonna look so good. This is like a cream canvas fabric. You know, I just figured while I had this pattern out, okay, so there was a few tweaks that I wanted to make to this pattern, but I figured I really liked the scrunch on it, and I know that I will wear it. So with those two fabrics in mind, a couple things I want to change about this pattern, okay? I don't like how it folds over like this and it's that skinny. I don't like that. I didn't like how skinny it was on the gray one. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of cutting one and folding it over, I'm gonna cut two, sew them right sides together, fold them over, and the waistband will actually be this thick. And then I'll put it on to the skirt. Yeah, so that's one thing I'm gonna change, right? The other thing I'm gonna change is the fact that this drapes down like that. I think that it would look better if it just went straight across. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this same all the way around. So the last thing that we need to change is, because we're gonna do a block, the cream at the top and the green print at the bottom, we need to make sure these side seams line up on the pattern, and then we're gonna create a slice in the middle of the pattern. What I'll do is, from the fold on each piece, I'll go down, I'd say about 10 inches. Down on that one, and then I want to do the same on this one. I'm just gonna fold this in half, and I'm gonna add seam allowance to the top and bottom piece. I'm gonna fold this in half, and I'll just kind of tuck this out of my way. Okay, I'm gonna cut these tops out, and then I'll do the bottom pieces. Okay, so I got my top front and my bottom front, and now I'm about to stitch and press this open. I love me a block. I think this is gonna look so good. I was also thinking it would look good paired with these. You definitely want to press this out really, really good. Okay, this one is same pattern, couple different tweaks as you've seen, and it's a totally different look. So I'm gonna put these little sunnies on, my little bag,